I find nothing more ridiculous and annoying than some guy who runs 100 yards, runs a kickoff back 105 yards from the end zone, and drops to his knees and thanks God. Well, that's foolish. God didn't do it. He did it. Because if God did that for him, you mean God was against the other team? God is that mean-spirited that he has nothing better to do on Sunday afternoon than beat the crap out of a bunch of poor football players? I don't perceive of the universe being run by that kind of a God. I go with Mark Twain. I mean, the great one of the great quotes of my life is Mark Twain. When I discovered it's from Letters from the Earth, and I first read it, I said, "Oh, thank heavens, there was somebody who thought the way I think." Point to as enemies of the all-powerful God. The universe doesn't know we're here. It just doesn't know. Einstein says God does not shoot craps with the universe or does not play dice with the universe. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It's random. The universe will one day give you the lottery for $16 million, the next day colon cancer. The universe doesn't know. The universe doesn't care. The universe is just boogieing on along, having its own self a good time. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. There are laws, restrictions, rules, Darwinism, astrophysics, all of these things are part of the way the machinery runs. And it's a machine. Well, who created the machine? I don't give a fuck who created the machine. I'll never know. You'll never know. No one will ever know. If St. Thomas Aquinas couldn't figure it out, I sure as hell am not going to be able to. And neither are any of these pot-licking little stump ministers who always have the answer because they get messages from God. Now, I don't mind people getting messages from God, sending messages to God. What I mind is when God answers them. These kind of people we usually put away in a funny house. But these guys say, no, I have a personal relationship with God. I love that phrase. Do you have a personal relationship with God? Yeah, God comes over on Sunday morning. We have bagel, lox, cream cheese. We go bowling on Friday nights. God and I were very close. I think it is presumptuous. I think it is presumptuous, and I think it is silly, because it makes you believe that you are less than what you can be. As long as you can blame everything on some unseen deity, you don't ever have to be responsible for your own behavior. And I think that is the ultimate mark of humanity. We were given, in our toolbox, tools to build ethics, courage, kindness, friendship, ratiocination, the ability to think, to work problems out logically, dreams, imagination, things that make us want to go to the stars, things that we want to make ourselves better. And a quiver of arrows, which are mean-spiritedness and greed and irresponsibility and the refusal to take responsibility for anything you do and coarseness. And these things, they're like rocks. Instead of using the tools to build, we pick up these rocks of greed and stupidity and throw them at each other. And I suppose in some ways that's a very Christian attitude. I suppose in some ways it's a very Judeo-Christian attitude. But I have very little sympathy for those who do bad things. I don't care if your mommy locked you in the basement. Stop doing it. We know people by their acts. We know people by their deeds. And no matter how well coiffed their hair is, if they're spouting evil and if they're turning brother against sister and man against man and woman against man, I think that they deserve to be... Well, I'm a mild person, actually. I think we should probably just hang them up on the top half of a Dutch door and beat them across the belly with an aluminum ball bat till their piss runs red.